They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. And the Seminoles' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it, and the season will get underway. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So LSU's offense will get first crack at it here. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't. Place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right. I tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Finds the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Florida State's offense will go to work for the first time today. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be. And now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment, too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball early. He's going to get it often. A lot of people really excited to see how he plays in this one.
From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They're going to ride this running back. He has the first and still on his feet. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. The give to the back. There he goes. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down.
But how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll ride the hot hand. Just ran over it. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. From the shotgun, they'll run it. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? He's got 42 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Noles moving quickly to the line. Caught behind the line. It's Kane. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Now they'll try the right side. Hard running there. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in the
first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Sacked at the 7. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Great place to start for this offense. To the air on first down. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Coming out on first down with the play fake. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? defensively, you saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up the big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give from the gun. Steamrolls his way ahead. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Wants to throw. It's Van Buren. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. South Carolina was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Gamecocks performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Hunt is on its way. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
To the air, it's Van Buren. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Flips it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. He's up to 55 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. He'll pull it on the read. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. They'll immediately call timeout. Timeout on the stand. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Johnson looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Noles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Runs through the tackle.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Handoff from the shotgun. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now on the move. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Noles!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. I know he thinks he can house every return, and sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
High the change now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. LSU will bring the punt team on. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Spreads out 4 receivers, trips right, a single receiver to the left on 2nd and 7. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Johnson wants to throw it. He'll pull it down. That should be the final play of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game. And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida State.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Johnson looking to throw. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. That's caught. It's Anderson. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. LSU right back to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. Spins away from the defender. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. New set of downs after the completion. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side. And the ball's on the ground. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster.
Here we go, here we go.
Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Finds his man, it's Hill. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Man, find your matchups you want. You got a slot matched up on a DB. I can take advantage of this. He's so quick. Those are where you put your faster twitch guys that can win inside right now, give it to him, and win outside right now, give it to him. Find those matchups.
Looking to throw on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, what a move. Makes it past the marker. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him.
He's going to let it go. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. LSU quick to the line. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud. You used to be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And the field goal unit is on the field. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll trim the deficit to 15. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Kansas had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans there in Lawrence are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure gets to him. And another sack. And the Seminoles line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. To the air, it's Van Buren. Got it in the middle, it's Green. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Defense wants to bring the heat. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
In Baton Rouge, a huge third down coming up. Grabbed in the middle, it's McCoy. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Noles want to crank the tempo.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Using his legs, it's Russell. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Johnson wants to throw it. He's going for it all. He's got it. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback keeps it. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Powers through the defender. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. designed run for the quarterback. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Leaves it with the back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. I know you want to take what the defense gives you, but at this point, you have to push the ball downfield a little more, David.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Check the football down. That's what they're going to give you, but we need scores. Down multiple scores. Got to push the ball down the field. Take more chances.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. LSU right back to the line. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as...
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Seminoles look to do some damage in the red zone. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Touchdown, Noles! And the beatdown has ensued.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man? Putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
Florida State, 35. LSU, 13.
Coming out with it, it's Parker. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. The throw to the outside is complete. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! They won it all!
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down.
Looking to the end zone, but the pressure gets there first, and the quarterback is sacked, and the two-point conversion attempt is stopped. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And